Hello viewers, this is Sentai Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my segment called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to beat your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, and of course audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will have your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. If you're under 18, if you're over 18, then it's good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get to the latest. It seems like this episode came out early. Started on Tuesday. So anyway, let's get to the latest episode of Ryusoulger, episode 19. So basically, this episode we see a human-sized tornado playing baseball with the local people in the town where the Ryusoulgers stay at Ree's father's lab. So basically, we see a tornado playing baseball with the local people, and he just hit a home run. Turns out that Tornado is quite a regular fixture around town where the Ryusoulgers stay at where the Ryusoulgers are staying at Ree's father's lab. So anyway, Tornado, so basically everybody treats Tornado around town like he's just like a normal person and whatnot. He's a big red metal dinosaur. Anyway, Tornado bumped into. So basically, Tornado was there at the local elementary school, and that's when he saw Melt with a couple of bags. He just came from shopping. So basically, Tornado is like like every time Tornado sees Melt, he keeps on saying his name. He keeps on saying Melt's name wrong. So anyway, basically Melt was like, anyway, like you can help me with these bags. So basically Tornado in his own way help Tornado with the bag in his own way, kind of help Melt with the bags and whatnot. So anyway, it seems like it's the next day. We see at Nova's lab, who is Ree's father. We see Nova mad, was being mad because that Cole, Melt, and Asura had dirtied up his lab. So basically, Nova's like, the reason. I don't mind you guys stay here, but like I said to you guys can stay here as long as you want, but as long as you guys clean up after yourselves. So basically, Nova was telling him that like I said, when you guys can stay here, but like I said, I have a rule. You guys can stay here as long as you guys clean up by yourself. As long as you guys clean up behind yourself. So basically, Cole, Asura, and Melt was like, it's too hot to clean up. So basically, we'll do it later. So basically, Nova said you guys won't clean up, so it's too hot to clean up. So basically, until you guys so basically that's when Nova decided to kick them out of his lab until they clean up. So basically, they're sitting on the street looking all hot and shit because they refused to clean up Nova's labs, even though Nova was letting them even though Nova was letting Cole or Asura and Melt stay at his lab rent free, they should have the decency to clean up after themselves. So basically, Nova kicked them out for not cleaning up his lab. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the So basically, back at the elementary school, we see Gravitera being greeted by the kids. Now the teacher was like, was telling them not to run and stuff, and follow the rules and whatnot. There was no running in the halls and whatnot. So basically, what the kids were so happy to see Charmigo and whatnot. So anyway, so that's when the teacher wished that I was that I school. That's when the teacher said, I wish there was a way I can make these kids follow the rules, and that's when Cleon the Witch appeared out of nowhere eating lunch. They was eating lunch, and that's when Cleon used his slime powers to make a monster from the teacher's negative emotions. So anyway, so basically, Creon Ward showed up at school and heard the teachers class, and Creon uses his slime powers to make a monster from the teacher's negative emotions, and therefore this jellyfish monster appeared out of nowhere and basically started to attack the students after trying to make a laugh, so left the school. So anyway, meanwhile, somewhere else, we see Canal in a swimming pool using the water we see Canal in a swimming pool using the water in the swimming pool to talk to Moses Rex. So basically, Moses Rex reminded Canal that you need to still find a woman to be your bride, to be your wife. So basically, and Canal said, I have not forgotten that. So anyway, that's when Canal heard heard a woman scream, and he watched it to the elementary school. So basically, Canal was nearby the elementary school. So anyway, he saw the teacher running outside the school, and she bumped into Canal before Canal even had to take the hit on the female teacher. Canal knows that she had a wedding ring on her finger, so basically, damn. Canal was like, damn, this female teacher is already married. So basically, the teacher tells her about the monster. How the monster made her student disappear and whatnot. So basically, Canal went inside the school library and started to battle the monster. He morphed up and started to kick the monster's ass until the monster managed to make Canal disappear. So anyway, so basically, Canal had the upper hand against the jellyfish monster until the jellyfish monster made Canal disappear somewhere. So anyway, meanwhile, we see Tara, and we see Tara, looking at some girl's dogs, just admiring some women's dogs and whatnot, and that's when the jellyfish monster started to attack, and that's when Toro morphed out along with Bam, showed up out of nowhere, and they started to battle the monster, and started to battle the jellyfish monster. So basically, this time, Bam and Toro had the upper hand against the jellyfish monster, and that's what Cleon said that, no, let's go back to school. Let's lay these two back to school. So basically, when the monster, basically Toro and Bear had the upper hand against the jellyfish monster until they followed the jellyfish monster back to the school, and so basically when Bear and Toro started to fight the monster again, that's when the jellyfish monster made Toro and Bear disappear, just like Canal and the students did. So anyway. So anyway, outside, outside with Noble's lab, we see Tornado walk by Cole and the others. So basically, Cole and the others like, what you doing? Like, what you doing, Tornado? Like, I'm just been walking around town, like Tornado said, I was just walking around town, hanging out with my friends at the school. So basically, they noticed that Cleo had posted something else. So basically, Asura had a tablet, and Cleo had posted a video for the resources to come to the school. And so basically, Cole, Mel, Asura, and Tornado went to the school that Tornado just came from, and they figured that maybe Cleo must have had some of the kids hostage. So anyway, with using the audio refill. Using the audio reader, so they managed to figure out where the kids were being held hostage inside the school. But turned out it was a trap. So basically, when Cole and Otto tried to attack the jellyfish monster monster, the jellyfish monster monster made them disappear. So somehow that. So basically, when Asura and Melt went to attack the jellyfish monster monster, the jellyfish monster monster used his powers to make them disappear. So basically, Melt was like, something's not right. So basically, Melt realized there was a lot of rules, there was a lot of posters for rules around the school. So basically, he figured that he noticed that one move said there's no fighting inside the school. So basically, Melt figured out that because Asura and Melt broke the rules, that's the reason why they disappeared. So basically, Tornado was like, so where are them? So where are Asura and Cole? So basically, turns out they're in this classroom in a different dimension. So basically, turns out that Asura and Mel, along with the others, are in this classroom in a different dimension. So basically, because they broke the rules, they got sent to this classroom in a different dimension. So basically, Asura, Mel, Asura, Cole, Canal, Tora, Bam, and Bam were along with students and other people who broke the rules were trapped in this classroom dimension. So anyway, basically they were trying to figure out to get out of this classroom. So anyway, meanwhile, meanwhile, Mel and Tornado were trying to make sure they were following the rules while they were inside the school. So basically, that's when Mel said that the only way we can beat this monster monster is we can get him out of the school. And that's when Tornado said, "I have a perfect idea." So basically, Tornado went to the Pieces Lounge where Cleon and the monster jellyfish monster was, and Tornado just get the monster's arm and drag him outside. So basically, he dragged the jellyfish monster outside by his mouth. So basically, Tornado just bit the jellyfish monster's arm and force and drag him outside. That way, Mel can attack the monster while him breaking any rules. So basically working together, Mel managed to free the others from the dimension. Managed to beat up the monster, therefore forcing the monster to free the others from the classroom dimension that they were stuck in. So basically, everybody was free, thanks to the clever teamwork of Tornado and Mel. So basically, the others were glad that they got free from that dimension, and that's when the monster 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 grow monster size, and that's for Tyrannomigo. Seems like Tyrannomigo can make himself big or small, make himself human size, or it seems like Chernobyl has the ability to make himself big or small by will, instead of just using the straight wheel stuff. So anyway, so basically Chernobyl made himself grow and come out and combine Chernobyl with Volcano and Moses Rex and form the Giganto Dynamite Megazord. So basically, Cole and Canal combine Chernobyl, Moses Rex, and Volcano together and form the Giganto Dynamite Megazord and took down the Jedi Six Dinosaur Monster once and for all. So basically, that's so basically with the power of the Giganto Dynamite Megazord, they took down the Jedi Sith Dinosaur Monster, therefore saving the teacher from dying and saving the kid Tisha as well. So anyway, everything was cool. Everything was cool once again. So turns out one of the students was Wart in disguise. Turns out that Wart got sent to the classroom dimension because he broke one of the rules while he was in. It turned out that Wart broke one of the rules while he was inside the school, and therefore he got sent to the classroom dimension because he broke one of the rules while he was inside the school. So anyway, Chernobyl was happy that his friends were okay and whatnot, and he found the cold melt by his right name. So basically, Chernobyl finally cold melt by his proper name and whatnot. So anyway, and that's when Cole also realized that that following the rules is not a bad thing. So basically, a few minutes later, back at Nova's lab, they finally cleaned up the lab like Nova asked them to. So basically, after realizing that rules are not bad things they realize that they realize that they've been kind of assholes towards Noble. Sorry, I'm a tongue tie. Anyway, so basically after the whole ordeal, Cole, Oscar, Mel went back to Nova's lab, and they finally cleaned up the whole lab, and Nova was glad that was happy that they finally cleaned up after themselves and cleaned up the whole lab. So basically, after this whole ordeal, they realized that rules are good things or not bad things, but they are good things to have around or to have. So basically, after this whole ordeal with the Minotaur Monster, they realized that rules are good things, not bad things. So anyway, Mel asked for Chernobyl help to reach the ceiling, and Chernobyl said, "I'm not a ladder." So basically, Mel and Chernobyl got into an argument, and that's when Chernobyl kept on calling Mel different names, and this is how the episode ended with Chernobyl and Mel arguing with each other. So basically, this is how the episode ended, with the others watching Chernobyl and Mel arguing with each other. So basically, that's how the episode ended. So anyway, this episode was not bad. This was a good episode. So basically, I would say this episode was a good episode, about following rules and whatnot. So basically, this episode had a good lesson that rules are important. Some rules are Oh, there for a reason. So basically, this was a good episode that everybody learns that rules are that rules are very important to follow. So sometimes or sometimes or some that rules are very important to follow sometimes. So anyway, it had a good lesson to this episode. So anyway. Like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. Well, anyway, like always, this is your Michael from Screen Review. Sign off. One.